And now, CCW News presents Holy Crap! This is actually happening! March 6, 2022. I'm Chuck U. Farley. In the Who Gives a Crap department, after recovering from the Ooga Booga bug she barely knew she had, the 95-year-old Queen of England is putting herself out to pasture, or at least out of the palace and into the castle. The non-move, as she's been living at Windsor rather than London since the declaration of the pandemic, was front-page news today, meaning none of the things I'm about to say matters as much as a figurehead queen moving closer to her ponies. Its very existence once declared a conspiracy theory, the World Economic Forum, the meeting of the rich and powerful where the phrases Great Reset, Build Back Better, and New World Order were coined, repeated endlessly by every elite, and then later denied as fake news, is now pushing a global digital ID system, subdermal microchips that will use a social credit score to determine whether you are allowed to enter bars or restaurants, travel locally, or use particular services. They now say that the only difference between a conspiracy theory and the truth is about 3 months, and here's another tinfoil hats off to those who saw this coming years ago. While pro-Ukraine propaganda abounds worldwide, all major news and media platforms, including the pro-child porn cesspool that is Reddit, have banned any reports, links, or state media coming out of Russia. This move is to ensure that Putin can do whatever he wants, under all radars, with none the wiser. Wait, what? Eager to jump the virtue signaling bandwagon, several businesses that had little to do with Russia anyway, such as Disney, Apple, and Ford, are temporarily suspending their sales in Russia. They will all continue to engage in slave labor in communist China, however. All the major banks have frozen Russian accounts, and payment processors, including Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal, have stopped services in Russia, creating a surge in cryptocurrencies. U.S. liquor stores are pouring out vodkas with Russian-sounding names, even if they're owned and distilled by U.S. or Swedish companies, and the International Paralympic Committee has banned Russians from playing in the Paralympics. Banning disabled kids, that'll show mean old rootin' tootin' Putin. The International Cat Federation has banned Russian breeds from getting their papers or entering their competitions at least until May of this year. Russia retaliated by banning all access to Facebook and Twitter, but nobody noticed except the Clinton crowd, who were furious and demanded their money back. Putin was heard saying, "I thank Disney, Apple, and Ford for no longer peddling their subpar wares here, which only assists my advance on Ukraine, but I must admit the cat thing really hurt." While many companies are proudly and publicly, though temporarily, divesting in all things Russia, others are rushing in to clean up on discounts. After his job and economy-killing executive orders that shut down all domestic production of oil, King Brandon still uses U.S. taxpayer monies to purchase large amounts of Russian oil products. In fact, more this year than before. British oil company Shell just bought 100 metric tons of deeply discounted Russian oil. McDonald's and Pepsi are being pressured to pull their businesses out of Russia, but it must be noted that their products are better put to use as chemical warfare against Russia. Meanwhile, the White House website has added a page dedicated to nuclear attacks, reminding us not just to duck and cover, but mask up and social distance while sheltering against fallout? Because if we survive vaporization and while we're dying of radiation poisoning, we must be extra worried about the possibility of getting a flu with a 99.998% survival rate. For CCW News, this has been Holy Crap! This is actually happening. I'm Chuck U. Farley. Good night, and may God help us.